GT3, Episode 5. I'm Justin.
And I'm Rebecca.
The TVS Queen.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I do.
We brought a TVS-powered car home from the Great
A
White
TVS
North.
factory-powered.
Yes.
That was a weird way to say that.
Yeah,
Factory.
Project Snowbird.
Migrating south for the winter.
Yeah. A little late in the winter, but better late than never.
Yeah, it didn't freeze up there. Wasn't flying in formation either. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've got all these weird biology jokes because I'm a weirdo.
Oh, gosh. Because you're a molecular biology major. Or the scientist. So, yeah, how's everybody been doing? We were in a little bit of the time warp of being gone Sunday through Tuesday.
How many times did we change time zones? Once on the way there.
Yep.
Twice on the way back.
2 or 3 times on the way back, because you go into Indiana, you change sometime in someplace in Indiana, or I don't know.
Yeah, it was in Indiana, not Indianapolis. And then we ate in Indianapolis.
Yep,
which was
downtown
good.
Indianapolis.
Which was good. It was a good meal.
Drove to Kentucky that night.
Yep, got to Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And then you go in and out of Central Time in Tennessee, and then you go in and out of Tennessee, and it's a real weird ride at that point.
How many people go to the Tennessee mountains and never come back?
Ooh, things just got dark.
We got Coca-Cola, What Up, Becky and Justin. We got Samuel Aldridge in the house. Hey, if you're a new viewer or a new sub, tell us, because we've been getting a lot of new followers from all the content we've been putting out.
You just want to know?
Yeah,
just nosy.
Just say hi.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I got a little bit of a cold, so if you can't understand me, just let me know.
I apparently don't speak correctly, so if you can't understand me, good luck.
But based on the comments, you're really hot.
That was one guy. I feel like this is also very much like the coronavirus pandemic.
So, yeah, well, despite all the time zone changes, I will tell you that taking a new GT500 on a 1,200 mile road trip is really not bad at all.
It didn't suck.
It's a freaking awesome car. Super easy to drive. Looking for that third pedal. Never found it.
Did you miss it?
No. I'm just going to be honest. No. And there's a couple.
Even when I get in my car to this day, because I had a manual transmission Mustang from
your first 2 Mustangs,
2001 to
2010, 11.
Yeah.
Actually, your car didn't.
I didn't get rid of it till 12.
Till 12, yeah.
I still look for a manual. I still look for the clutch pedal. And my foot hits the ground. And I get in something like Track Attack or when we had the GT350, and I'm like, oh, things are right here. Things are right in the world. Or once in a while, I'll look for neutral. Yeah, it doesn't work. It does not work on a Turbo 400.
There's a couple things about the new GT500 being DCT, which is a manual computer-operated dual clutch deal, that it creeps forward like an automatic, like at a stoplight, but it doesn't do it right away. You let off the gas, and then it'll kind of start to do it. And I'm just really excited to get into the calibration and once HP Tuners unlocks the trans, gets that trans module unlocked. I'm really excited to get in there and kind of tweak some of the aspects of driving an automatic manual transmission. I know everybody's got to do this, but if you're just playing around, you just wail on it through a gear for a second and then you just let off. So we found out if we do that in the new GT500, it's an incredible amount of engine braking that occurs. And I like to be able to fix that in the tune. I do that a lot. I don't want my passengers to be thrown forward. Do you find it annoying as a driver and a passenger?
I find it annoying as a driver. As a passenger, I am just an uncomfortable passenger. The one person that I was I'm fairly comfortable with you as a passenger. The one person that I was shocked that I was so comfortable with, Justin Pollock.
Oh, I totally trust it.
It was not about trust. It was just like, I had no idea that it was going to be so smooth. It was so smooth. And like, I totally trusted him. I totally trust you. But like, I still get that little like, I'm definitely a mom, and you can tell when you're my passenger because my arm does this.
Hold on.
And it happens from time to time. Like, I try to like, contain myself, but it comes out.
So it's, I don't know, there's some nuances of driving a new GT500. I'll go through a couple questions. So Robert Torres, my car is NA and needs a VMP Gen 3R. I would agree.
Hit us up. And if you want to let us know more about your car, like the year, what's going on? Is it I'm guessing it's a Mustang because you said car, but is it a truck? Let us know. We want to know what you're doing.
Samuel Aldridge says, VMP, y'all coming to Texas 2K 2020? We are.
Heck
Definitely
yeah,
are.
I'm looking for that Jason Miller prep.
That shit is good. Can't get enough of that shit. Tell you, as the crew chief of Rebecca's car, when that thing hooks and goes, I'm very, very happy.
I'm even happier.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, I know the feeling, been driving a manual for decades. K Misfits, should I hook up the CMCV on an 18 manifold when I just installed a Vortec kit? So, the tuner brain in me breaks that down a couple different ways. Some people, when Superchargers first came out with 15s and then 18s, some people were just, delete the CMCVs, it makes them easier to tune. No.
You just don't like easy things.
There's more tables to tune if you have CMCVs and a centrifugal blower on a 15-up car. But does tuning a car less or deleting stuff, like, yeah, it's easier, but should you be taking the easy route? That's a conversation we could just, like, have every day.
Apply that to everything we do in life.
You can't take the easy route, should you?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
So, I would hook them up. If your tuner's comfortable tuning them, I would take them. It's idle quality and it's part throttle drivability. It's not about horsepower. It's probably only a tiny bit about gas mileage, which you probably don't care about. But the CMCV logic, the function of it makes for a smoother driving car at idle and part throttle. And, okay, Kay says it's a 15 Mustang. And, of course, we make the harnesses to put the 18 manifold on the 15 and have CMCVs work. There's also some values that you have to change in the tune. Chad Dowd says, what's up, you two? Chad Dowd in the house?
Yep.
Guy goes out there and gets it done with a VMP Gen 3R. Wins with a VMP Gen 3R, most important part.
Absolutely.
You know what I was just thinking about? Chad has one of our banners in his shop. Late model throttle does not. I don't think Joker's does either. We're sending you guys banners. For sure. For the banner wall that we showed you in the new GT500 video.
For sure.
515 Mustang, what was the biggest surprise when you drove the GT500 for the first time? I'm just gonna say this is like kind of silly, but as somebody that calibrates and engineers things for cars and stuff like that, my number one takeaway on the new GT500 is like perfect execution of drivability, DCT, that much power. There's just things that I can't unknow. Like, it has fairly aggressive cam profiles in it from the factory, and that generally is not consistent with smooth idle quality and drivability. And I had a GT350, and you could tell that it had big cams, that it was kind of big runners and ports in the cylinder heads. That it just wasn't as smooth. And yeah, I was really impressed with the GT500. So kind of marrying horsepower and drivability all in one. What about you, Becca?
I haven't driven it yet. I'm waiting to go to the track. I'm like, it's going to be pretty much just like when I got my 11. Pretty much the first place I drove it was the track.
Rebecca likes to go so fast that, yeah, she just likes to drive stuff on the racetrack.
I mean, I would happily have driven it to work today, but we had 3 kids with us.
Sam Aldridge says, I'm a 3-pedal guy, have an 04 GT and a 16 GT 5-speed, 6-speed. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, says, alrighty, thanks. Alright, we got a tuning question that I'll just answer real quick. Alex Cadell says, can I run MS-109 on my 93 tune to check for false knock? I have a dealer near that has it at the pump and is readily available versus boosting. Absolutely. And anytime you do a test like that, you definitely evaluate for false knock, because if you're on 93 now and you throw a bunch of octane at it, your issue should go away. And then you can make a decision with your tuner as to whether to limit what the knock sensors can do, or split the difference, or, you know, however you want to deal with that. Just don't leave horsepower on the table. That's my take on it. Can you see my screen?
I can.
You want to read the next one?
Okay. Cat 1 DSM, Bud, will a 2-step and a trans brake help my quarter-mile time? And it's on a 2012 Auto GT with a 6R80, and it's got a Gen 2 supercharger.
Gen 2 VMP Supercharger.
Yeah. So, it's the biggest thing that a trans brake helped with me was my reaction time. That was the biggest reason that we went to a trans brake in my car. It helps consistency all over, so in that way you kind of gain a little bit of track times, but the biggest thing is going to be your reaction time.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And, you know, if you're racing where reaction time matters, then you need it.
Like heads-up racing.
If you're just racing like yourself and trying to improve your times, then you don't need it. There's a little bit different suspension setup. The suspension has to be tighter to deal with the tire hitting harder.
Yeah, totally a different suspension setup. And, I mean, for a long time I loved a foot brake. Stock converter, I loved a foot brake.
Like with the stock style transmissions, like, in my opinion, the foot brake is where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I would not disagree. I had the option to run a trans brake on when I had the foot brake, and Mitchell Page can tell you that I was a reluctant fool.
So Samuel Aldridge says he'll see us at Texas 2K. Thumbs up.
Awesome.
Joel Stein says, by the way, congratulations,
Thank
Rebecca,
you.
on the 7-second pass.
Thank you.
Oh, look who chimed in.
Oh, it's Kevin Jones. Hi, guys. Hey, Kevin. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're back in the Coyote game.
Looking forward to see you get those VMP parts bolted on there and go make a bunch of horsepower. 2-bar PSI says, Justin, is there encryption on the DCT trans ECU to keep you from flashing it? Yes, there is. So our friends over at HP Tuners are working on that. They should have a solution soon. But it's kind of amazing how the cars have done so far without trans tuning, but it's really gonna open things up a lot once we get trans tuning. And it's gonna open up, honestly, like the ability for people to break a very expensive transmission. So you really have to think when you start turning knobs. And use your brain, tuners. You know, anything I do electronically, I try to like think the whole process through. And I'll say that like engine tuning and stuff like that, you don't see many blown up cars these days because you got E85 everywhere, and you know, most tuners have figured out how to not blow up engines. So
hallelujah.
Yeah, as far as Ford tuners figuring out how to not blow up a DCT, I don't know. Let's hope there's enough information that gets shared pretty quickly that keeps them from doing that. Jordan Fats. Hey guys, intercooler brick available for the 2020 GT500. Jordan, we have some in stock. The ones that we have a special fitting that is being made right now. It's actually a special high flow fitting to pair with the intercooler brick. So we really haven't showed that on any of our video and media, but we're getting close on that, and it's coming. If you want one, if you want to get on the list, let me know, and just reach out to me directly, and I will get you on the list, and can help you with the rest of your combo, because basically we haven't really had time to think about this because we've been so busy, but we tested the upgraded intercooler for the new GT500. It worked on the dyno, and then we gave it to somebody that was able to track test it. It worked on the track. Like, it's pretty much prime time now, But just being very thorough with things that we test and evaluate to know that they really, really work, a quantifiable amount. That's the only concern. That's always the concern. Ooh, did we have this? Did you and I talk about this yet? So, you go ahead on that.
515 Mustang. If you were to get a GT350, what year would you say you would go with? Thanks.
So I wish that we still had our GT350 so we could like side by side compare and contrast the GT500. I mean, I hate to tell you this because they're hard to get and they're like $100,000, but the GT500 is just awesome. I don't know how I could ever be happy with the GT350. What about you?
Really? I mean, I had no strong attachment to the GT350, but I liked it. It was a fun car to drive. I really, really liked turning on the active exhaust mode when I got in it. And I still like to drive a manual Mustang sometimes, so I liked it. I don't know. Can I get back to you on this after I've driven the GT500? I feel like that's the only fair way for you to ask me this question.
Rebecca, new video Rebecca releases next week on YouTube. GT350 owners do not know what they're missing with the GT500. Sell your car now.
I don't know. I'm a little strange, so maybe not. You know how I am. I am always very open-minded about things, and I don't know.
Some people just want to drive slow, naturally aspirated cars, and we're just
that's definitely me. I just like to drive slow, naturally aspirated cars.
I'm just saying your opinion is that we should let people drive slow, naturally.
Yeah, you know how I am. Informed consent, 100%, baby.
Live and let live.
Yep, I'm a friggin' hippie. That's all he'll ever be. And I'm not being facetious at all. I am a freaking hippie.
I just enjoy stirring things up once in a while.
Not me. Everybody live and let live, as long as you're not hurting anybody else.
So, I don't know. That's our opinion on GT350s. And I love that car. We had so much. We ordered it.
You got the color you wanted.
Yeah. So from here on out, after we've had several Shelbys with stripes, I'm a no stripe person. And
I feel like I was always a no stripe person.
Yeah, you probably were. Yeah.
That's definitely my aesthetic.
So our GT350 was no stripe, all avalanche gray. Didn't have a black roof or anything. So I like that. But anyways, that's the whole GT350 versus GT500 thing. So Jared Hobb says, "What's up with Odin on Stang Mode's car?" We are working on it. It is getting closer and closer every day, and it's just basically a matter of scheduling and when Stang Mode's going to come down and race it and play around and all that good stuff. But it is in process. I think Stang Mode's car is actually in the shop right now too. Hey, if Stang Mode's watching, we will get you some pictures of that, because I know he posts on his channels and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if we could get him some stuff over.
So, Chris Schultz says, when are you guys going to get some more crank supports brackets in? Chris, I believe, I'm pretty much certain we have some in stock right now. So
I was under that impression.
Yeah, reach out to us with exactly what you're trying to do, and we'll get you taken care of. 515 Mustang, how long do you think they will continue to build the GT350? I think as long as the GT500 is commanding a huge MSRP plus markup, there will be a market for
I would agree.
a mid-level Mustang, if we're going to call GT350 that.
Yeah, I mean...
Like your aunt just bought a GT350.
Yeah.
Upgraded her GT to a 350.
And I'm super excited for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome car. As an enthusiast, you can really drive and enjoy. Just as a hardcore enthusiast, you want all the freaking power you can get.
My aunt's pretty hardcore. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alex Cadell says, where is the belt located on the Odin blower? Is it on the rear crank pulley like the Gen 3 or the front like the Edelbrock? Alex, it's on the right belt, which is like the Gen 3. When you don't have your supercharger belt running your water pump and your alternator, I just feel like life gets so much better. And so just having come off fresh off of like designing a lot of the Odin belt system stuff, like I love what we're doing for everything. So yeah. Oh, Chris Schultz says we're awesome. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. Slab Shack. What's up, Slab Shack? He wants to get an Odin on his Windsor. You go, yeah, just come hang out with us, man.
Yeah,
you're close to Texas.
Yeah, if you're there, come hang out. And that's going to take some time and money.
Nasty Stang 87 says, whoops, sorry I'm late. Waukesha.
I still have no idea how to pronounce that town's name.
Did you hit up any breweries while you were in the area?
Is it Waukesha? Is that right?
It's Waukesha.
Waukesha.
So one of the engineers that we work with actually lives like an hour away, and we didn't get a chance to visit him. But I told him Waukesha. He's like, Waukesha. So he helped me learn how to pronounce Waukesha properly.
That place that we went to eat was not a brewery. It was just a pub
Sports
place.
pub type thing, yeah. It was pretty good.
It was very good.
So we did eat lots of, we had fried Wisconsin cheese curds, and then we had some, other Wisconsin cheese.
Buffalo flavored cheese curds, because if something's buffalo flavored, I can't pass it up, apparently.
Says the girl that doesn't like chicken.
I don't like chicken.
Broody Martins, hey guys from Canada.
Hi.
Good to have Canada in the house. Thanks for
I'm glad we've got international representation here right now. This is great.
Chris Mullins, stock daily driver 2013. Want to install one of your VMP kits, a low boost, just fun to drive the car, no racing. Would you highly recommend oil pump gears or just recommend?
Highly recommend or just recommend?
I'm going to tell you, don't even do them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just running around with 600, 650 rear wheel horsepower.
You're not doing anything, I'm not going to say stupid, because why would anybody do anything stupid? You're going to be fine. Like I said, I went 979 in that car. We didn't know what an oil pump gear was.
Joel Stein, I like an 11-second NA daily driver too. You want to read that one?
Jeff Scarlin, how much quicker, slower would that new GT500 be if it had a converter or a replaceable converter instead of the DTC? So far, I haven't seen anything better than 1/7 in the 60-foot. Like I said, I feel like I can't have a fair opinion about this because I haven't gotten to drive the car, and especially because I haven't gotten to drive it on the track. I think suspension is probably kind of limiting for converter stuff.
You know, I wonder if we're going to find out that for the DCT and not having a converter is just going to kind of be not a bad thing for the car. You know, it creates one problem, not having a torque converter, but does it solve some other problems for a street strip car? Because, you have really, really precise control of transmission shifts. And to me, precise control tells me I can put a whole lot of power through it and not break stuff. Read that one. Booty Martinez?
I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. Justin put in a Turbo 400. Car has a Gen 2R. Car did great on the dyno, ran great. Tuning from VMP. The other day I fired up the car. Service advanced track is on. The ABS light in the dash is blinking continuously. Thoughts?
I don't know about an ABS light blinking. I mean, you have no ABS and your ABS is just on.
Yeah, I don't know about. Does that happen with the traction control thing?
I don't know.
I think maybe.
So this is kind of silly, but how does the ABS tell you if there's low fluid level? Does it blink?
It might.
So maybe check that. And if you can read codes, you should be able to figure it out. But an SCT won't read the codes you need to read. You need like a good scanner. Dave Franks, VMP E85 tuned for a 16 GT350 versus another shall remain unnamed piggyback module. Your thoughts? Don't use a piggyback module when you can have full ECU control.
Yeah.
Basically, my thoughts. Alex Cadell, that was the only thing keeping me away from my Edelbrock on my 15. So as soon as I get the funds, Odin or maybe the next blower you guys make will be on my list. Love you guys.
Awesome.
And for what it's worth too, I mean, it sounds like Odin will be really good for you. And we have redesigned the belt system on Odin, so it is a no grind installation, which is just flipping awesome. That's pretty much it. Sorry we started a little bit late, everybody, but we got a ton of questions today.
We did. Yeah.
There's one more if you guys want it.
Sure.
Oh, never mind. You guys already answered it. Sorry.
Cool.
Bye, thank you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Bye, thank you for watching.
We'll see you later, everybody.